All right. Just double check. Everyone can hear me clearly or not? Hello, Sean here. All right. Thanks for that. So we took your advice. We try to improve. So hopefully that this is better than last time. Okay, good. Okay, I also have my another laptop to make sure that I can be audible. Okay, I think YouTube is also okay, and I will open my Discord as well. So make sure that we can see everyone and even the chat. All right, good. So yeah, thank you for coming in to the office hour of AgenticFlow today. We have 11 people, not that much, but yeah. All right, just have fun. Yeah, let me start off today. Oops, where is it? Okay, so I have a lot of things that I would like to share with you. So I make this one because I think it is better that I need to structure my sharing so that everyone can follow. So in here today, we are going to have several topics. The first topic is I'm talking about the knowledge engine revamp with a much better embedding model. And second one is about the we bring an enterprise feature to AgenticFlow. Maybe you know it or not know it, but I will show you about that. It is like a search and retrieval with re-ranking. And next one is we are updating a bit on the MCP connection revamp to make it nicer. And also how is it going to adapt with the current MCP ongoing mainstream with other platform as well. Yeah. Oops. Let me double check if everyone can still see me. Okay. I think this code is good today. So next one is I'm going to demo to you how to do the hyper personalized lead engagement, where you can see like just full name, company name, LinkedIn profile URL, and then you're designing a very good invitation letter like this one. So that is this. Finally, I'm going to, because we have a Telegram bot tutorial, but look like that everyone cannot set up. I'm not sure why, but I will try to demo it on screen. So there's a lot of agenda for today. So yeah, I will try to go step by step. All right, starting with the first one first. So embedding. Embedding, this one is related to vectorizer. So before we was using a model at a ranking of 166. It is using text embedding 005 with the embedding dimension is 768. So that is quite like normal embedding model. So with recently, Victor, myself, and Ricardo, we decide that we need a better embedding model, and also we bring that one in house so that we can ensuring that we use PixelML's runtime to power it this kinds of like embedding model. So that's why we decided we need to bring you from rank number 166 to rank number 5 link queue embedding mixture, which totally bigger. Embedding dimension is 4,000 dimension. So it is quite hard to explain, but you just know that it's going to be retrieving much better performance comparing to previously. And it's, the semantic meaning is going to be much better. Okay. And because of this enhancing, there will be something that maybe you guys can double check as well. So when you go into your agent, for example, and then you go into um, the knowledge, you go in here, you will see that this is a top K result and also the relevant threshold. So before this one, when we're using the own embedding model, we are using 0.5 so that it can retrieve some good result. But because this new embedding is very sensitive, so that's why we need to reducing this one to 0.2. So if your agent is still at 0.5, I suggest you that changing this model to 0.2. Okay, and so I will just take an action here. For your old agent, please change the relevance score to 0.1 or 0.2 to avoid no results return because new embedding is very sensitive. So it means why is it sensitive? Because it will not returning if the result is not relevant to the meaning of the word that you're typing. So I would suggest that you are changing this relevant score for newly created agent. We already updated that already, so that should be working for you. Okay, so that is the first chain that we have. If you would like to look into this one, you can go to Google. You search for MTEP leaderboard. This one. And this is the world leaderboard for embedding model and vectorization. And you can search for whatever that is having here. It's a bit lagging now. Is it because of this one? Let me pause this one. Okay. Okay, it's take a bit of time to Hugging Face to load this one. Okay, you can see in here. So the link queue embedding, actually this is rank number 5 at the moment, and kind of like one of the best. Okay, so this one is the first of that. Second of that is we bring you re-rank. So then simple. So when you are retrieving a question or your user retrieving a question and then it having a lot of result coming back, so we will use an model that ranking the result between different response from the agent from the knowledge base, so that it will ranking based on the relevant score. So based on this one, it will ranking the most relevant document that returning from your REG pipeline, so that it will reducing the token use, minimize the latency, and boost accuracy. And in the AgenticFlow, you will see that that is going to be affecting the hybrid search strategy. So if you go into your agent, and then you will see here, you can select between hybrid search, semantic search, and full text search. So semantic search here means you only return based on the vectorized search and come back on the result and using this relevant threshold. But sometimes you would like to combine between the full text search and also semantic search. So that's why we call it hybrid search. But because you are going to receive the two source of the data, so how can you know that which data is more relevant than the other? So this one mean we need kinds of like using an LM, not an LM, an AI model to re-ranking the result. So to give it a confidence score of the search result so that the AI can summarizing it better. So that is how we bring this one. So it's quite hidden, like underneath, but it's super important, and you will feel it when you are using that. So yeah, so that's what we just bring. We think that this is best for you guys, even that is not like showing up, but this is a right thing to do. Okay. Next one I would like to talk about is about MCP connection. So we are supporting a new UI for MCP client connection where we allow you to add any kinds of MCP. So if you go into your agent and you go into connection, and you will see the MCP client connection over here, and then you just click on this one, and you can click on create connection. And in here you can have in nicely UI where you can yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, sure. Thanks. We have the recording, so we will see you later. Yeah, thanks a lot for coming in. Okay. Yeah, so I will continue. So in here, you will have the SSE and streamable HTTP, and also the URL for your MCP server. And we make the header makes better. So you can have the header and also header name and value. So this is very helpful for the case of Hugging Face. So let me demo how you do the Hugging Face again. Okay. So you go into Hugging Face, and this is like hf.co/mcp. And in here, you will copy the URL and you paste here. And then you change the name to MCP Hugging Face. And today is June 17th. Remember to click on streamable HTTP. Okay. And then you need to go into here. You need to select your tool. And this one, you can see this is a header and so on. So because we already have the header field in here, and I add a new field with name and value already. So what I need to do is just to go here. I copy this one, copy, and I go here, I paste. And header value is going to be this part, bearer and your Hugging Face token. Just copy, paste. Okay, but now I need to replacing this one with my actual token. So I need to go in here. I will create a read Hugging Face token. It was sorry. Okay, test SMP June 17th and create a token. Okay, someone not recording this one. Sorry, connect. Okay, so that is how you connect your token on over here. All right, so that is how you can connect, but sorry, I need to delete this token first. Sorry, invalid. Okay. All right, let's move on. So next one I would like to share is MCP now go mainstream. ChatGPT is now supporting MCP. It's currently beta intending for developer to use, but believe me, it means like MCP is going to be used by anyone. And because of this power, then more and more MCP provider is going to provide their own MCP. And they will starting to provide their first party MCP. So which means the company that providing the services is actually providing the MCP, like Hugging Face create themselves. And you have Atlassian, you have Stripe, you have other already. So this means eventually all of these guys is going to create. And what does it mean for us? So in AgenticFlow, we already have a lot of MCP already. So let me go into agenticflow.ai/MCP. So we have more than 2,000 MCP. Most of them are taking over from PyTream, but later on, we planning to add more category, and we will prioritize the MCP that third party provide because they are more robust, more stable, and easier to work with. Because I think that most of you guys was trying with MCP or from PyTream, and sometimes it's quite frustrated because the way PyTream is working is quite bad actually. Yeah, sorry, it's late here. And that is not something that I would like to stay with. But luckily now, because MCP is going to mainstream, so it means everyone is going to produce their own MCP, and even yourself, you can create your own MCP as well. If you would like to create your MCP, I would suggest that you are searching for MCP Cloudflare. cloudflare.com. So Cloudflare having a very good blog post. They allow us to build and deploy MCP server to Cloudflare so that you can deploy and then you can add into AgenticFlow like this one, and it's going to be super powerful. And also, thanks Les a lot. And so this one is from Cloudflare, but also we have another which is from Versal MCP remote server. You serve for this one. Yeah, so Versal is also support MCP server, and because of Versal is TypeScript, so it is working very well with AI coding. So it means you can just go here and you clone their repository, and then you can start to write coding with cursor, and then you can create and deploy your own MCP into Versal, and you will have the URL, and then you can go back to AgenticFlow and go to connection and go to this client connection, add new, and then select the transport, and you can enhance AgenticFlow with your own MCP server. So that's why in here you guys raising a lot of like feature about like the integration with swipe one and voice and a lot. But for now, instead of like me waiting for us to create this one, I would suggest that you can also search, for example, like this is Odo MCP server, for example, like this one. So you will see this guy, there's a guy, he already create an MCP server about Odo. So it means you can download this one and then you can deploy that either to Cloudflare or Verso, and then you can plug them into AgenticFlow. Follow this method. Okay. There's a question. Platform onboarding core feature. Yeah. So this one, I would suggest that you visiting our documentation. So this is the first part where you can have, and second one is our YouTube channel. So we have a playlist of the core video so that you can sorry. Oh, I see myself. Okay, so this is a playlist, and you can use this playlist to start. Yeah, so in this playlist you will see there's a lot of like video. I would suggest you that starting with small one. So this video, it only 1 minute. It allow you to instantly teach your AI agent with PDF, and that is super easy. And I think this is a very good start where you can start with this one. Okay, yeah, thanks for the question. Great one. All right, I will move on. So that is MCP. So let's move on to something more interesting. So this is a workflow that related to hyper-personalized lead engagement. So this is coming from one of my friend. He's a VC, and he need to send out the personalized invitation for an event that he create with NVIDIA and so on. He really just send to 500 people, but he cannot have his team to go into the people LinkedIn profile and then trying to create invitation and send them. It is a lot of like work connecting to ChatGPT MCP. I cannot because I just read about the news on this one. I haven't tried this one yet, so I cannot demo this one. But I think I would investigate further and I can create a tutorial. Yeah. Okay, I will take a to do for me. To do record a video to connect MCP to ChatGPT. And I think the second one that so I just take some to do. So this is the first one. So AgenticFlow.ai / MCP support first party MCP. And third one is we would like to make AgenticFlow MCP server. So what does it mean? So whatever that you can access via agent and workflow will be made available for ChatGPT and Claude. So it means your agent and workflow will be controllable from ChatGPT and Cloud. So this is a new idea. I don't know if you guys like it or not, but I'm going to just copy and I will paste that into our roadmap. And depends on whether the community is interested. We can. Oh, I think I already have that. This one. So this is the one. So this is the one. And right now, because ChatGPT is already mainstream, I need to just screenshot this one, and then we'll choose to drop to this one. So if you would like us to prioritize this one, so which means like extending AgenticFlow to agent to ChatGPT and Cloud, please vote on this part. Okay, but I believe that this is the future. So I would put it into Planet for now, but more vote and we can pick it into the upcoming iteration. Okay, let's move on. So this one is hyperpersonalized lead engagement. So this is a workflow, and let me demo for you first on the workflow output. Can someone give me your name, your company, and also your LinkedIn URL? We will send you a draft. Yeah, let's test it together. Or maybe just some guy random on the LinkedIn is okay, also okay. Someone typing. Okay, George. Thanks, Lesteros. Thanks for jumping from Striker to here. Thank you for that. So I will copy this one. Yeah, I don't have his email yet, but I will just a dummy email here. I will click save, and I'm going to go into single run, and I will just click run, and I will see how is it going. So this workflow having some step. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So this workflow is going to have a LinkedIn profile. So it will fetch the LinkedIn profile from user, and then it will extract the avatar, and we'll try to create invitation, and finally we'll try to create draft email. Okay, if we can see his. Okay, so we create for him, and we will create a draft email. Okay, so we have like, so this is the amount of like personalization that you can do, like his picture, his name, and also the company name. And more interesting things you can see in here. So this is my Gmail, and I will create a draft. I will refresh this one, and it's here. So hey George, excited to invite you to my forum. This is the event details, and this is the picture that I create for you. Yeah, so that's it. That's quite simple, right? But this is some level of like hyper personalization. Okay. Thanks for sharing this one. Okay. So let me show you how is this going to work. It's very simple. So we have on this one is an action. It is get LinkedIn profile. So it will scrap your LinkedIn profile and returning profile data, including about email. It cannot find your email, it's your skill and so on, and also your profile picture URL, of course. And then it will using an LLM node to extract. It's just using very simple DeepSeek v3, and then it will just extracting from the LinkedIn profile data, and then I just tell it to extracting URL profile pic. And very simple, only 2 rows. Okay, and this one is interesting. So this is action. We call it canvas, or we call it like HTML to image. So what you can do in here is that you can click on open canvas, and this one exactly is you can configure this one, and you can see in here, this is just basically a background. So when you just paste any picture in here, it will load as a background. And then this is another image where you can just drag around. And this one is mapping into extract avatar dot content. So let me remove this one. So basically, when you go here and you press hashtag, and then you can select the extract avatar.content. And this means this canvas is connected to your user input. And actually, what you can do is you can take the picture, you transform it, and then you place here, and then you save. And you can have the full name, company name as well. So this one is an enterprise feature of Canva. I will show you. So you can see that this is autofill Canva enterprise. Yeah, this one is an enterprise feature of Canva, and we give you for free. Canva will charge you 50K for that. Yeah, so this is very basic, right? So you can add more text, you can add your more image, and oops, I think something went wrong with that. So DeepSeek is better than analyzing data. I want to do different type of analyzing on YouTube data. For this one, I would say DeepSeek is kind of so-so. So the best way to evaluate what model doing good, I would suggest you go into artificial analysis leaderboard. So this is a website that professional people they are going. I'm going here like almost every day to learn from the leaderboard and see what model is ranking better than the other. And in here, actually, you see that DeepSeek they are ranking quite high, but this one is DeepSeek R1, which is the latest model. And for the other one, for example, like the DeepSeek V3 is ranking here quite low, but because of the price is good, so you can still use it. But May, you are online, is it a problem? Okay, anyway, so I will continue. So I would say DeepSeek is good for some normal tasks, kinds of like writing blog and so on, but it will be not so good comparing to other model. And you can see the ranking in here, and based on the different tasks, they have a lot of like other benchmark, and either like you can do some filtering as well. Yeah, so my experience with DeepSeek is you can use because it's very cheap. But for some of the tasks, I would rather using Gemini Flash because they just outperforming DeepSeek a lot for the version 3, and also for the DeepSeek R1 because it's too slow to do anything that useful. So that's why I didn't use it very often as well. Okay. Let me come back. Any other question? Joseph, there's some question on YouTube. All right. Wait, let me check on YouTube. Why the edit agent preview give more complete answer than use agent? Ah, so that is good point. So actually the the UI that we are doing on agent is not unified yet. So in this preview, actually this is the latest model UI where it have nicer UI, and also on the public sync in here, it will sync with this one. If you go here and then you paste here, so you will see that this UI and also this UI is very similar because we are unifying it. But for the UI that on the use tab, it is a bit lagging. We not yet able to update it correctly yet. Yeah, but soon we will try to update this. So we're just prioritizing the external interface first for the other like the end user experience, and for the internal people we will update it, but it's a bit slower than the other. But eventually they will be unified. So whatever that you are seeing in here, it will be same within here, and also it will be same in the use tab when you are click on this use. Yeah. So I hope this answer to your question. All right. Yeah. So I will move on to the next one. So where are we? Okay. I'm at the workflow. So this is the personalized invitation. So for this one, just a gift to everyone. I will just download this one, and I will just throw it into Discord. And yeah, feel free to download. For people on YouTube, because I cannot drop, so I would suggest that you go into Discord and grab the JSON that I drop into the Discord, and yeah, we will include that into the ready note later today. But if you just want to wrap it now, you can just go and wrap it. Okay, let's move on. All right, so it's reaching to the next one, which is Telegram. Okay, Telegram is interesting part. So you guys have a lot of like, I think we have a tutorial where Wendy creating this tutorial community that AgenticFlow, and I think this is quite comprehensive. But because I think there's a lot of text and sometimes it doesn't really comprehensive enough. So I will take time for today. We'll do it slowly. So I will share with everyone like how I do it on this part. Okay. So let me start with very simple agent. So this is the test Telegram agent, but I will start from zero up. I will create a new agent, test Telegram agent, and I will put June 17. Okay. So this Telegram agent is supposed to be blank. So there's nothing in here yet. So the first thing I'm going to do is to create a trigger. By creating a trigger, I just say Telegram trigger 101. I will make sure that the method is post, auto action type here, event trigger. And the important is on the message. So if you go back into the Telegram bot, actually Wendy also mentioned about this one. So when you are creating this one, you make sure to add the variable event.body. Okay, so I will just copy this one. I'm going to here. I paste here. And then I just create. So that should be okay. So now I'm having this trigger URL command. So let's copy this one first. For this one, I will just enter. So I will store this URL here. Okay. Just leave it here. So let's follow the next step. So the chat ID will be like, if you want to have all message to be grouped in single chat tab, enter the exact chat ID. If you leave it blank, the bot will create new chat tab every time. But this chat ID is currently need to support by maybe some external application so that they can have the chat ID and continuously to send. But for the demo of today, we will go to the second part. Okay. Okay, so next step, we need to link our agent to our Telegram chatbot. So how you will create the Telegram chatbot? Let's close this one first. And then let me bring up my Telegram. But basically, I need to enable this one because Telegram is blocking in my country when I'm at the moment. So this is my Telegram. Okay, it should be okay. Okay, I'm going to add one more layout into the Discord. Chat screen. I will add one more window. Telegram. Add this window. Okay. So on Discord, people should see two Telegram already. For YouTube, let me see if I can can change the screen into Telegram. Okay, you will see Telegram now. Okay, so what you need to do is you go into the bot folder on Discord. Where is the Discord now? Okay, so you will see the bot folder. So this one is like you need to slot new bot. Okay, and right now you need to give it a name. I would just say yeah, funny bot 123 123 bot. Okay, let's do a username. Let's do another username. Okay. All right, so it will give me the token. Okay, so copy this token, right click and copy. Go back into the node in here. Let me change this one on the. You need to be able to set that into Telegram so that your message will be receivable. So you come back to this one and you copy this command line. Okay. And this command line is going to take your bot token. So this one, let me highlight this one. This one. So what you need to do is you copy the one that from the bot folder that's set and you paste here. No? Okay, I just paste. Okay. And then for the URL in here, you replace it with the URL that you grabbing from the previous step. Okay. With this one. Okay. So this URL is the working one that you can use, but you need to execute it. Okay. And how you execute it? You need to open your terminal. I need to add this screen. I will add one more Windows. Okay, so I think people in Discord should. Okay, so the result going to be webhook was set. So it means the Telegram is already accepting my webhook setting. So from now on, whatever that the message that I chat to the Telegram bot, it's going to send directly to my agent. Okay, and let me show you how is it going to look. Okay, let me go into the back to this one. Not this one. Okay, so in here the chat history will be empty, but if I go back to Telegram and I'm going to see this is the bot, I will click on the bot and I will start with it, and I'm going back to here and I will refresh. You see there is a user initiate conversation with start command. So the bot is accepting my input from Telegram, and it know what is the update ID, what is the sender information, my name, okay, my username as well. Okay, you can find me there, and date and everything. So it means it accepting information. So in here, actually, you are having the incoming request already, so it's work. But you need to figure out how can you respond back to the agent as well. So what you can do is you go into connection and you go into Telegram connection and you will click on create connection. And in this connection name, you need to paste the Telegram token that you have saved before into here, and then you name it. What is the name of that bot? Funny bot. Okay, let me copy this one and connect. Okay, so funny bot is connected to AgenticFlow already, and now you go into the workflow. Let's create a workflow that's going to send message to Telegram. But to save everyone time, I already create a send message to Telegram. Okay. Sorry, let me answer this one. AgenticFlow will not have O4 and O41 using the token because it is not economic feasible for us to serve. They are just too expensive to serve using the AgenticFlow token. So AgenticFlow token is supporting for workflow automation and also some built-in model. So you can check in here. You can click edit, and then you can see these are the model that support out of the box of AgenticFlow. For the other model, you need to bring your own key and or using PixelML Open Router. Yeah, I'm afraid that at the moment we cannot support O4 and O41. Yeah. All right. Can we have the agent auto save the first start and assign certain IDs? Yeah. So for this one, currently the chat ID problem is not able to solve with the current way of doing things yet. We need a native Telegram integration. For today, I'm more like showing you the possibility that you can create one-shot agent. So one-shot agent mean the agent will accept one incoming message from you and do something and then respond back. It haven't been able to handle multi-turn yet, but when we are doing the official integration with Telegram, and we will handle multi-turn as well. Okay, so let me go through, so otherwise we cannot finish this one. Okay, and just drop the question, I will try to answer. So let me come back to this one. So when you are having the workflow, you will need to send the message back, and I have a send a message to Telegram. So it's very simple. It's only one action: send Telegram message. That it's going to do the connection to an agent, and it will accepting the chat ID and also the text that we would like to send. So to save everyone time, I'm going to just clone this one. I just duplicate, and I will just change this one into like June 17, so that everyone will understand this. I will save. And in send Telegram message, I will need to make sure that I choosing the funny bot that I just create. So I save this one. So I go back to my Telegram agent. And in here, I need to equip that skill to the agent. Okay. So now I'm going to have the agent ready, but I need to have the agent to prompt that. Okay. You are Telegram bot. You are receive the message. Okay. I just paste here. You are Telegram bot. You will receive message from Telegram server and respond to message by calling this tool. And I save this. And come back to my Telegram. And we just say message. Hello. Yeah, I just say hello to it. Yeah, let's see if it can respond to me. Okay, it can answer. So that is it. So you can have the agent to accept the incoming request and send a message to you. So let me equip the agent with the workflow that we just create. Send personalized invitation. I just add this one. Okay, and I save. You have a skill that will create a draft email to a person using their name what is that? LinkedIn URL and the company. User will send you those information. You just need to call the workflow, send personalized invitation, and wait for a result. Once it is done, notify user using send message tool. Okay, I think it's going to work, but I don't know yet. We have to test together. Okay, I'm going to open my Telegram, and I will copy the message that Lesson Road already sent me, and let's see if the agent is can work or not on this part. Okay, I will send the agent with this one. So you can click on chat history and you refresh this one. Okay, so you see the agent already accepting the incoming request, and you click on this one, you will see that it will start working on this one or not. Because this one is not refresh real time, so sometimes that you have to click and refresh and to see if it's refreshing the data. Okay, I'm not sure yet. Maybe let me try with this one first, and I just new chat if the agent is smart enough to proceed the data. Okay, it can, so it actually triggering the agent, but this one, because it takes some time to complete, so that's why I think when we are visiting the other, it will not show up, but maybe just okay. Haha. Okay, so it means the job is triggered and it's running, just the UI is not done. But let me go into my Gmail and I will see. So before we have 2, let me refresh this one. Okay, so now we have 4. So that's it. So right now you can configure a Telegram agent that accepting the instruction from you, and then will do some work and notify you when done. And because of this kind of like skill, you can add a lot, and you can prompt it in a way that it can handle in one shot. So it means if you are able to formalize your workflow into something that package as skill for the agent, and you expose that as a Telegram message, then actually you can have your agent working for you. Like you can create funny bot, like bad bot or something, and they do different things. One of the use case that I see is very useful is for invoice. I need to collect my invoice and also documenting the task and updating dozens of documents. But right now, what I'm going to do is I just create one agent that capturing the input of the my PDF and transform that to text and write to my Google Sheet, and maybe even like update to my accounting software. So that is one of the useful thing that I'm planning to do for myself. So I think, that pretty much it on the Telegram side. And it is quite limited. It cannot handle the multi-turn chat and so on. It will require us to, you want to speak? Of course. Yeah, go ahead. So I accept. So I will answer for Arvin first. Best practice. So night tool. So if you go into the MCP server, you will open the MCP server. For example, like Google Sheet, and this one, each one of them count at one tool. And if you can have the, so you should disable the one that not necessary, because the more you add to the agent, the more degrade it become. And workflow is also count as one tool as well. So in total, you should limit your agent to around 9 tools. You can go more, but it will degrade. And we have a hard cap at 50 tool per agent, because we found that Gemini is very bad. Yes, correct. Yeah. So if MCP is having like 52, then it will just die. Okay. And we have a hard cap of 52 per agent. So if you are giving the 62, so the last 10 tool will not be seen by agent, because we need to put it hard cap, because Gemini fast is going to blame and will not working if you put too much tool into it. But I would not suggest you go into 50. I would suggest you keep below 9 tool. So for the best of performance. Otherwise, you will need to using Sonnet, and even Sonnet itself cannot handle. If you going back into MAS, actually I showed this video multiple times. Let me go here. So mute. I think it should be here, somewhere here. You can see here. So even with Claude Sonnet, and it will degrade a lot to only 60% if you are adding a lot of tune to it. Like it can be 70% change. But because Sonnet is very expensive, even GPT-4o is also degrade into like 30% when you are adding 51 tune to it. So my suggestion for you is just keep lowest tune possible, only keeping the one that it need, so that it having higher performance. All right, let's move to the next question. Yeah, yes, correct. So we should not overwhelming the agent with many tools, because it's just not designed that way. Yeah, so too many. So it's not yeah, you are making correct. So not only tool but knowledge as well, because the more knowledge that you equip to the agent, the retrieval augmented generation pipeline will only able to pick top K. So what I mean top K is when you go here and you go into your agent, and then you'll be able to determine like how many result that respond from the retrieval of the knowledge. So it will pick only 5. And if you have a lot of knowledge, then the chain that is missing is a lot. Okay. If I build a Telegram or user app it will take 1 hour max and connect to webhook to have less tool. Yeah. I think if you can build via cursor and replit, it's totally fine as well. Because it's going to have the agent to have. But I think a lot of people will not be able to build their own. Okay. Is there a way to communicate from one agent to the other? At the moment, we don't have it yet. You can do some kinds of webhook calling by a workaround. Like you pack the API call in a workflow, and you equip that workflow as a skill to an agent. So an agent is going to call a workflow to call another agent. So this is going to create a bridge. This is doable, but it's slow. So multi-agent is going to work differently, because the agent is going to sharing the context and also the section and also a lot of things. So it will be more efficient. So that's what we are building in. Okay. I think there's a lot of so Gaurav also asked a question about the multi-agent. So yeah, so multi-agent is still in staging server. So where we are at the moment. Where is our map? Sorry. Yeah, I will close this one. Yeah, so we are in the final week of development and QA. We will start the integration test from next week and aiming to finish by July 7th. And we hope that if everything on track, we will start the beta access for everyone in the visionary, I mean the tier 4 user by the second week of July. It will run for 2 weeks. We buffer a few days, and if everything went well, we hope that we can go live for own MAS holder by the end of July. So this is the current plan, and we will try to stick to this plan. So as you can see in this iteration, we do not take many requirement, because we really want to get this done and make it correctly. Yeah. Okay. I hope that is answer your question, Gaurav. Uh, yeah. So I think if yes, so Gaurav already answered. So currently, monthly agent is for tier 3 and 4. How massive history agent will work on this setup? Um, to what context? Uh, You mean the Telegram, right? Is it? Yeah. So in the this one, so if you are building your own Telegram client, and then you will be able to set the chat ID. So if you able to set the same chat ID, so it means this chat ID. So when you are going here, you will see the small thread ID in here. So whenever that you are triggering the to this agent. So first of all, I'm going to this one. I'm going to go into my Telegram, and I'm going to let me share this one. How can I add one more screen in? Okay, you see it already. So people on YouTube might be not seeing that, but on Discord you will see. So if I'm going here and I'm going to paste this one, and I see URL and I enter, then the agent will respond to me the thread ID. So this thread ID is important because if you copy this one and then you send the new message with that thread ID, then it will be responding to the same thread, and it can actually continue the conversation. Uh, yeah, so I hope that's clear. Yeah, I have a 3 Mr. Pre-sale MS. Oh yeah, of course. The add-on can still continue to purchase after. So right now, I think the MAS is having the current price ending in a few days, in 3 days. You can use this code to get 10% off. Actually, you can copy this one and pre-order now. And after these 3 days, the price will be pumped a little, so that it will yeah, so it will create some like benefit for the people that purchase early. So it's not much. I think I will just increase 50 bucks, and it will running for another 30 days. And yeah, I think pretty much it. Yeah. So next question. I want to persistent stage. Yes, it will use full chat context window. So as long as that you are sending the thread ID into your new message, then it will respond into the same thread message that the previous agent is sending, and it will continue to respond on that. And as long as it within the limit of the context length of the model that you are choosing, then it will be okay. So it will retain all of the information from that thread. And if you are choosing Gemini Flash, you have 1 million context length, which be a lot, and that's going to be really helpful for you. How is prompt initiated by agent? Because most cases just sit there and do nothing. Yeah, because the current agent is React. So React mean, so the agent that we have right now is React. So it means the agent will react when someone trigger a message to it. So it will need your part if you go back on this one. And you can so that's why you can add some suggested message. You say um, help me to write a poem, generate an email, and click save, and then you new chat, and you will see that in here. So this is a suggestion message, so that you can write in this one, so that your user can click on that one, and then they can handling on this. Yeah, you can setting this one so that help your user is easier. My favorite use case, I would say, so given a Telegram and so on, so I'm planning to giving some of the agent that I, but in conversation mode with the user, that does not work pretty well. Wait, I will answer the producer man first. So my uses is I would like to create some of the workflow that normally I do in workflow, and then I will equip that to an agent. So later I will just send a few text messages, and it will just execute it for me. And another thing is I'm using the agent to do some kinds of research. So the research is going to have kinds of like a sub agent. So this is kind of like a beta feature of multi-agent system. So the multi-agent system for research that I'm creating in-house is that the lead researcher, which is the manager agent, is going to take the request from me, and then it will do kinds of planning, and it will evaluate the complexity of my query. Is it necessary to have um, 3 agents to do, or maybe need 5 agents to do? So that number can scale. So we call that map and reduce. So it means I will sprawl a group of agent of 5 to scouting and research for me, and then they will group the result back to me. So that is the most useful that I was seeing. So so it's kind of like a mimic of the research, deep research area, where this is costing a lot of token, but it's super helpful. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that is so the researcher multi-agent is also something that I use this a lot in house, and I will having as a first multi-agent template to share with everyone as well, because I personally finding it's very useful for me to research new topic, and also yeah, it also demonstrate how you can create a multi-agent system that is really helpful, because when I testing a lot of multi-agent, I find that there's some tasks that multi-agent is doing well. Some tasks that maybe you just need a workflow with multiple LLM core is already okay. Multi-agent system is more useful in the area that the result is not deterministic. So for example, like the research task is perfect example for that. Why? Because you don't know what you don't know. Is when you are browsing for an entire new topic, you have no idea what Google come up with, and you will have to decide whether based on the result from the Google, you will continue to deep dive further and research or not. So that's kind of like open ended. So the normal way of doing like hard coded part, we're not doing well on that, because you cannot know when to stop and so on. But with a multi-agent system, with a lead researcher and also some other sub agent to do the research on the area, that is going to be very helpful. Okay. Next question is conversation mode with the user. It does not work very well. You mean this one? Actually, we have the agent that can suggest it. So it actually can follow up the question with user. So it means after the user question, it can suggest 3 new question that you can continue ask the question in conversation. So memory is going to summarize. Yeah. So long-term memory is a very good topic. I would say yes, you can use mem0 MCP to save the as a separate thread, and then you can retrieve that back. So you can have a kind of mimic long-term memory. So what we are building on the multi-agent system, we're also having a kinds of like shared memory between the lead researcher and also the sub agent, so that they can start some of the work, because the lead researcher, which is the manager agent, is going to take a lot of time to do conversation with the human. So it means it will slow to execute, and it cannot become the bottleneck for the sub agent, because the sub agent should finish their task and then they go to sleep, instead of like waiting to talk to the manager agent. So we introducing the shared memory, so that the sub agent, when it finishes, it will save the result into the long-term memory, and then it will go to sleep and finish his shift. And then the lead researcher, when everyone is finished, he will collecting the final result and summarize and go back to the user. So yeah, the way that you are doing is quite good for the time being. and that will be baked into the multi-agent system. And for the new thread, yeah, auto session off. Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah. So in this one, actually we are able to allow you to modify the prompt for this one as well. So right now we just put a generic prompt for the agent to trying to suggest next three questions. But I think if this is useful for you to modify that prompt, then we can just open it so that you can modify the prompt so that it fit to your use case more. That is doable. There's nothing to hide on that. So I would answer from Lester dot first. Is there a way add a workflow make it summarize with different model? Yeah, of course. Because right now we have the workflow, and then you can call an MCP inside a workflow. So it means technically you can using any of the model. For example, like you can using maybe for all, or you can using advanced. Oh, not this one. Yeah, right. Or you can even using Claude like GPT 4.1 or maybe 4.1 to do kinds of like transformation, and then you can using MCP, and you can run MCP action over here. And if you select the mem0 MCP in here, and it means you can select the MCP action from mem0, and you can do stuff. And this stuff is going to run by a very smart model. And then when you have this one already, then you can equip this workflow back to the agent, and it can add to this one. Yeah, so I hope that the answer for Lester thought on the question. Parametrically, at the moment, no, because this is going to be display on the UI on this one where you can modify. Uh, at the moment, we don't have the API to create agent yet. We can consider that in the future. Yeah. You can add file to the agent knowledge base via API. Not yet, but you can ask user to attack a file. So it means the agent will proceed the file that user upload on the fly, and they can have that. And when we having the API for agent, we will open for the knowledge as well. So it means you can adding these parametrically. But unfortunately, the current where API is only having workflow. But eventually, I think we can have agent and knowledge because we also doing some revamp on the library, if you can see, and it will supporting different source like Google Sheet or maybe online data, Notion and Google Docs. We will also revamping more. Yeah, that makes sense. When you say about knowledge base API, is it a external knowledge base or is it AgenticFlow knowledge base? Yeah, yeah. Okay, makes sense. So basically, how do you say? If you notice on the workflow and you see that there's a bug run, so currently we take it under maintenance. The reason is that this bug run is actually creating a, a, a data set. And this data set is actually same format as a table library. So technically, they are the same. And when we are opening the API for the knowledge base, you can technically can use that for storing different data. And we are thinking like um, maybe it is more useful if we are adding one more section, which is we call database. What I mean by that is Currently, Nourish is quite heavy to run, and it is not designed for like hyperscale. Do we have any result in here? Yeah, so I mean, um, Nourish require embedding, and it is slow and expensive. When handle like 100K to 1 million of rows of data. For example, like fetch entire product catalog. Then we think that we can introduce database where you can add, edit, update, delete, and and select with query. So this database is going to serve as a intermediate database, so that you can using to store the state of the data without the need of embedding. Graffiti, okay, real-time knowledge graph for AI agent. Yeah, okay. I don't know about it yet. I need to learn more about this one. Thanks for sharing. Okay, let's roll. From result MCP summary, is it possible to have add as an orange as a text source? Yeah, I think for Superbay is quite good in terms of doing this one, and for the database, so Superbay is actually one of the option for external database, but for this one we are kind of like more native, because underlying we're using Postgres DB. And this means we can extending that behavior into something that you can create your own database, Postgres, in order to storing the data, and that's going to be hyper efficient comparing to Nourish, which requires semantic search and re-rank and so on. Those are more about like um, for user oriented and Nourish retrieval, but for the item of the other is uh, I don't have it yet, but I believe some of the member in the group. I think Lyle. I think he was. I would talk him. He's not here, but he make a really good. I think he have his agent for a month already. Uh, Let me talk him. Uh, Build agent with Superbase for a month already. Yeah, I talk him into the group. Yeah, it is Superbay MCP. Currently, we have the Superbay MCP, and I think Lio were using that to connect to his agent, and he connect to WhatsApp and so on. So that's it, quite comprehensive. We can look into that to create a tutorial on this part. Let me take over to YouTube if someone is answer. There's no question. Okay, good. Right, awesome. I think I went through all of the item for today. I hope you enjoy it. And this is the midweek, so not so much feature and so on. But I hope this information is helpful to you. This week, we will continue to on the MAS and Copilot. It is super busy week for us, so might not be able to respond quickly. But just drop the message, and we will try to our best to respond as much as possible. All right, good. So thanks everyone. Have a good day or evening on your time, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.